How's it going? Caitlin here, and welcome to my kitchen for another week of meal prep. We got another week of exciting recipes. You're gonna love yourself after you do this. So after you are all done this, you're gonna feel so ahead of your week and you're just going to absolutely love yourself. So enjoy the process. Let's get some meal prep done and have some fun, shall we? So gonna start with some slicing. Today, starting with slicing instead of chopping, mixing it up a little bit. I know. So I'm actually gonna just slice 3 peppers. So I just chop down the little lines from the bottom and then I pull it apart. And then most of the guts come out with it. Nice and easy. Now for this week, we're doing our menu this week. Yes, I don't know if I told you this, my baby brain is bad today. It is bad. I'm gonna tell you a story later, just to tell you how bad it was, if I remember, because my memory is that bad. So we are going to start off the week with chicken and bacon amatriciana. Fancy, right? Then we're gonna go to stuffed peppers, and we're going to have a mango basil stir fry, which I am so excited about. Then we are having Italian chicken paninis, and finishing off the week with peppercorn burgers, because why not have a good barbecue? Now, any of these recipes, of course, you can move them around throughout your week. So, I mean, I try to close off the week with something that's almost like restaurant style, so a little reward for a Friday. However, if there is a beautiful sunny day and you feel like barbecuing earlier in the week, go for the peppercorn burgers. Like, switch it around. You know what your schedule looks like. I do not. So take these, move them around, do what suits you and your family. Okay, so I'm gonna slice these. I was gonna be all like motivated and slice them with a knife, and you know what? I'm not feeling motivated. I'm feeling kind of fat, to be perfectly honest. So I'm just gonna use this to slice them up. This is a quick slice. You can use it for kind of softer things, like using it for peppers or mushrooms or boiled eggs or whatever. And it's nice and easy because it will just go in the dishwasher for cleanup. So it's not like it takes me extra time for cleanup, it just saves me the time during the prep, right? Which, I love anything that saves me time. Heck, that's why I like meal prep in the first place. I wasn't sure what I thought of meal prep at first, but it's like one of those things after you get hooked on it. Like, well, that was easy. I just have stuff in my fridge. And it's not just, you know, components of, it's not just food. It's like, you know, it's food that I don't have to prep with. So even if I looked at this, you know, tomorrow, these peppers, I decided, hey, I want to have some veggies and dip for a snack. They're already chopped up. If I have to do more later, that's not the end of the world for me. At least I put the veggies in. Okay, perfect. So I got my 3 peppers all chopped. Gonna throw them in that little container. Now I'm gonna do some more slicing. Exciting, I know. So I'm gonna put a divider in this because I'm gonna slice a red onion and I am going to slice a regular onion. If you don't feel like buying multiple bags of onions, I find my family goes through them pretty quick. So I don't mind having a bag of each just for variety's sake. But if you wanted to just stick with regular onion or stick with red onion, go for it. You don't have to match all of these things to a T. And check the recipes out as well. If your family's not into onion, just switch it out and put in another vegetable. Like, it's easily done. Like, I'm slicing this onion here for the Amatriciana. If your family's not an onion person family, why not throw in some sliced mushrooms or maybe green beans. I bet you they'd be good. Just, or you could throw in some broccoli or some thin sliced carrots. Really, like, if you don't like a vegetable, just swap it out with another vegetable. As long as you have another vegetable in there in its place, you're doing good things. For you, for your body, for your family. Onions are one thing, like, oddly enough, that I can always get my kids to eat. They like onion and stuff. So, why not go for it? And it's just one of those veggies. It's easy to access at any time of year. No huge price changes on it throughout the year. Like, I find corn, like corn on the cob, a funny one because it goes through like so many price changes in the run of a year. When it's in harvest, it like goes for ridiculously cheap. You know, you'll see it for like 20 cents. And then when it's not in season, all of a sudden it's like $3 for a cob of it. And you're like, what the heck? Like, that's just hard to think of many other fruit and vegetables that go through that kind of drastic change in price throughout the year. It puzzles me every year, but makes me want to load up on my fresh corn when I can. Okay. Sorry for that random aside. All right, so I'm just gonna thin slice this red onion. I'm gonna put it in the other side here. These storage containers, I don't mind putting onion with onion because they'll both just, you know, stink like onion. I won't usually put onion in the same container as something else unless those something else's are going together into a dish. Second dish done. So, would you believe that? That's step one done. All you have in you is level 1 for prep. You're done. You got things sliced. You got things done. You saved yourself time this week. That's amazing. And if you're still with me, or if you're like, well, screw it, I'm here now, let's go. All right. So we are going to chop some red onion. Man, these peels are stubborn. If anybody knows any, like, you know, top secret tricks for red onion peels, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, these are honestly the things that I love to hear about. I might be in the right line of work. Okay. There we go. Now I'm gonna chabby. Here we go. A couple pieces didn't quite chop here. That's better. Perfectionist or what? Now I'm going to chop some zucchini. Whew. And this is going in with the same recipe, so I'm just going to throw it right in with it. There we are. So, just for storage sake, I am going to put that red onion in with this. Don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, but it's the idea I'm going with, just so that I have one less container in the fridge. Okay, now, oh my goodness, now it's time I'm going to shred some cheese. So, going to do 1.5 cups of cheese. Not going to be super strict on this. This thing measures about 2 cups. Now, I do find that if I have cheese shredded in the fridge, the family will generally find something to do with it well before I'm using it for the meal plan. So that's another reason why I don't mind doing a little bit extra. Because we'll use it a lot for, say, eggs or omelets or something like that throughout the week. So if you want to get yourself prepped ahead for some easy breakfast and snacks, etc., etc., you can grate it now. You could buy your cheese already grated, but you do tend to pay a premium for that. So just keep that in mind. Saves you a little bit of time, but really not much. And especially if you're setting aside this time to prep your meals for the week, well, may as well do it. You're here now. There's also tends to be less ingredients in cheese that you are grating yourself, which is also a nice plus. Less ingredients is usually a sign that something is less processed and therefore just a little, I don't want to say better for you, but your system recognizes simple a lot better than it recognizes other things. So, oh, and we're on to level 3, by the way. We're on to the last level. Isn't that amazing? You're here. You're here. You've done it. You've done the things. Okay, so I'm gonna crush some croutons. I'm gonna move this. Funny story about this. So these croutons, I just made them in the air fryer just before. Like, gluten-free croutons is never something I will ever buy. We're gonna crush these, by the way. Gluten-free croutons is something I will never, ever, ever buy because I just take bread. Sometimes I take the ends of the bread. Sometimes I'll take the good bread, you know, could be either one. But I'll just put a little garlic oil, parsley, salt and pepper, and throw it in the air fryer for 5 minutes. Buying gluten-free croutons is always going to be more expensive. So this is just a nice way to save a little money, and it honestly takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes, no more. And I am crushing it with a meat tenderizer. You could put it between a couple sheets of something, use a rolling pin if you wanted to. Whatever works best for you, just crushing her up. Now I think mine actually have to dry out a little bit more before they're gonna be real good to crush, but also that's easy. I'm just gonna leave them right out here. Okay, so I got some of them crushed anyway. You can feel free to crush more. Or if you don't want to crush them, you can just throw them right on top of your thing too. Nobody's gonna judge, nobody's gonna know the difference. It's all gonna taste the same, it's going to the same place. I hope you guys enjoy this week's menu. I'm personally pumped for it, so I'm excited to hear what you think, and I will see you next week for another week of prep, shall we? Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.